Hey, Mona. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Oh, let me close that blind. Oh, Jennifer, I forgot to tell you.
Do tell.
So I did, huh?
Do
I did
tell.
tell you. So when I was in El Paso last week, oh, what you watching the season finale of, Mona?
Yep, that's what I want to know.
The I heard today on the radio that the guy from Louisiana from American Idol is gonna be playing in Baton Rouge or Gonzales next weekend. I don't know if he came out second or first or if he won. What's up with that? But
Are y'all going?
we appreciate you joining us, Mona, while even though you're lurking in the background. Oh,
Oh,
Survivor,
and
man. I used to love that show. I haven't seen it in forever.
she wanted to be on it, Mona.
I did. I sent in a what you call it? An
Yep.
application. You have to do a video. That's funny. Oh, and I also sent one in. Leslie sent one in. My friend Leslie sent an application and a video for me and her husband Preston to go on the Amazing Race. I probably and look, Preston has joined here before. It would be funny if he would join us tonight. I'm talking about him. Um, Leslie couldn't have done it, but me and her husband Preston, she thought would have been a hilarious and good, like we would have made for good TV.
That makes me nervous just thinking about it.
So I told y'all last week, I think, or whatever, when I was in El Paso, I went to a Amazon store. Well, they buy lots of things from returns from Amazons, and then they sell them. The first day it's like $9 each, and then every day it kind of goes down. There's a bunch of different stores that do it. So we went to two different ones, the ones in El Paso, Texas. And I found some color wheels. And so I knew Jennifer didn't have one, and I use mine all the time. I love my color wheel. So I saw that they had some, and I picked them up, and there were three of them in the pack, and it was only $4, which is super, super cheap for three color wheels. And I was so excited. I called Jennifer and said, "Oh, I got you a color wheel. Yay." And then I got home and started looking at the color wheel. And it's not a normal color wheel. And so it's still I mean, I bought them for you. I'll give it to you, but it's
Because I know you think I need them because
we all need them.
my color choices are questionable.
We all need them. This is not just about you.
Okay.
Although some
I'm
of
like
us need them more than others.
I'm like your
Um,
grandmother. I use what I have a lot of times.
yeah, that's how I sew.
Not really.
Well, I happen to have a massive stash too, so I have a lot more options. Of course, you have a big stash.
I do. It's getting larger. I
Um,
turned down material this week
oh,
and they brought it to the clothes closet. And I heard today while I was there that an organization here in town with kids needed it for a summer program. So I was glad I had turned it down.
hey Amanda, how are you? Stitching Life Together is Amanda. I'm right. Am I correct? Awkward Quilter is Lisa. I try to remember all the names. I'm bad at it. So please correct me
You're
if I
working
get
on
your
it.
names wrong. Uh, oh, yay. Happy dance. Okay, so I bought these color wheels because I was thinking they were these color wheels. This one is a guide to mixing color wheel. And it's select a color on the outside wheel, align it with the color in the inside wheel, and the mixtures appear in the window. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. So if you mix green and red, you get brown. If you mix this green and this yellow, you get that green. That green and that blue, you get that green. So it's for color mixing.
So if you have a mixture and the color that comes out, you
like
should use it. You should use it.
Paint.
I don't know how to apply that information.
Well, because it's for paint, it's not for fabric.
Oh.
Like when you're like literally mixing the colors together.
Oh, okay.
But you can still use it because on the other side, it still does contain this little triangle thing right here. Now, what that does is it tells you, okay, so you pick a primary color. So let's say that, and so we're going to ignore all of this because it's the wrong color wheel. But so let's say your primary color is yellow. If you want to do like a combination, it'll tell you yellow goes with these two colors or this color. So purple, of course, purple and gold go together. Hello. Or yellow, purple, and blue, or the red and the blue. So you can put this color with these two colors, or this color with these two colors. And then as you turn the wheel, you know, it gives you different combinations so that you can work on your palette. Hey, Dawn and Cherry. Does that make sense?
I think that will be useful for me.
Yeah. So like normally on the creative color wheel, for this one is for choosing colors that go together. You know, it gives you these colors go with this color, and it kind of teaches you about how to use color. Color schemes, there's complementary, split complementary, what triads work best, monochromatic, analogous, complementary. So anyway, so I really love this color wheel. I thought that's what I was buying, but alas, I have this one. But you'll still find this one useful, I think. So, and then also I have 2 extra ones if you know anybody who needs them.
Do you have one for yourself?
I don't mix colors like that.
Okay.
So the other thing I spend more money than I need. I could stop there, but no, I'm going to be more specific. I spend more money than I need to on learning quilting stuff. And so I have 3 things going on right now. Hey, Katie. How are you? I joined an online quilt guild, Meander. It is Shannon Brinkley, which I joined like a year and a half ago. It's been a while.
What's it called?
Meander. And I know there's a lady in our guild in Lafayette who is also a member, and she was like, I don't really like it too much. And I'm like, there's so much information. It's really worth it. So I'm going through, like once a month, she has a color lab. It's like a class on how to use colors. And so I've been listening to some back episodes of it, or like, I guess it's episodes. It's kind of like a podcast, where she's teaching. It's a guild, so she's teaching. And I've learned so much about color. Like it's really, really cool. So I found it very helpful.
And it's you have to pay for it?
Yeah. It was like, I want to say $250 for the year. And so initially, I know it's a lot. I told you, I started this off with, I spend too much money. So I did it like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And I was like, I'm going to do it for 1 year, soak up as much as I can. And then I'm not going to renew because it's just too much money. Well, I forgot to cancel it. So it just recently renewed and reminded me that, oh, I'm paying all this money, like I better go learn some stuff. So I've been listening a lot and it's really good. Like if you like to learn new stuff and want to learn stuff like that, I have found it very helpful. Yeah, I mean it's not for everybody. Like it takes you have to listen. So I listen while I sew. I listen like I like to listen to podcasts and stuff. So yeah. So meander.
So, Amber, do you
I wanna
like
say
this
Christy
shirt?
Brinkley. Y'all. I love that.
I thought you might.
Is
It's
that
a
for a
large.
quilt?
I bought it for a quilt from the clothes closet, but it's a large. Do you want me to save it for you?
Yeah, I wanna make a tote out of it. A
Oh,
tote bag.
okay. All right.
That's funny.
I know you say that
I
word a
I
lot.
have one I have a shirt that says "y'all" too, but it's, I wear it, so I'm not ready to make anything out of it. Of course, I have a Cricut. We could make our own sayings
We
on
we don't have time.
we
This
need
is
to
a pretty.
reprioritize.
This
Every
is a
day we
pretty shirt.
reprioritize. Oh, I like the colors.
Harley Davidson's pretty,
Yeah.
and it has Lafayette and has a crawfish on the back.
Oh, I love it. I like how all the Harley Davidson stuff is, like, localized so that when you travel, you can get, yeah. So I y'all, I have so much going on right now. Um, my husband fussed at me. Like, y'all, he's so laid back, he never fusses. So when he fusses, you know he's mad. I told him and I swear I blocked this out. I thought I told him that, I, applied for the farmers market that we are now accepted and going to.
Does he
Apparently, I did not.
does he know?
He does now. So I was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be going." I said, "Hey, let's go Saturday to the farmers market so I can see how it works, about the booth and stuff." And he looked at me like, "Excuse me?" I was like, and then he said, "Don't you have enough on your plate?" I said, "Excuse me, don't be pointing out the ugliness." I mean, the ugly. I was being ugly. I said, "Don't be pointing out the obvious in that kind of tone." And I just kind of walked away. Captain Obvious. Of course, I have too much on my plate. I said, "That's how
So,
I roll."
is he going with you on Saturday to the to scout it out?
Um, that was last week, and we did not go. So I'm gonna go this Saturday, and I'm gonna try to get him to go. If the weather is nice, we can take the Jeep. And they have food for sale. It's really a true farmers market, and it's huge. It's every Saturday, and they have 75 vendors. Every Saturday, they cap it at 75.
It's grown quite
So,
a bit because it was very small in the beginning.
yeah, and
So it must be
so I looked at
successful.
the list. I looked at the list of vendors, and they only accept like they prioritize food items and fresh farmers market stuff first. And then, once a year, they allow new vendors to come in, and they really restrict what kind of vendors can come in, and so there's a couple of jewelry people, there's a lot of food. I didn't see anything that was I saw one other vendor that looked like they had fabric, um, related anything, and, but I know I've seen, like, on local social media, different people, posting that they were there and selling, um, items, made from fabric. So I'm not sure if they're still members or not, and if not, why. It might not be successful, but we only have to go at least once a quarter. And so that was kind of my goal is I only want to go once a quarter because if we sell, oh, and I can sell my patterns, so I can bring printed patterns to sell. So that was a benefit too. So we'll see how it goes. We'll do our first one in either June or July, and just kind of bring what we have and see how it goes. So which brings me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. I purchased. Who knows Minky Kim? Apparently, she's huge. I don't know where she been all my life. But she I guess is a designer. She works for one of the big fabric people. It's sewingillustrations.com is her website. Um, and so I have seen these little boxy bags all around, and so I bought her um pattern, and so it's just this little open up box pouch. Also, who's the lady in Australia that I love? Oh, Christine's Home Affairs. She makes and sells these. Like I watched a video from her this week. Make food related quilts and they will sell. Offer to put an applique label. They can use it on their booths. Ah, that is smart.
That is clever.
Yep, yep. Because our sign for our booth is something that I quilted. Well, it's not quilted, it's sewn. But I do want to make a cheeky quilter quilt. But that's oh, good idea. Thank you, Lisa. Um,
What is the name of the lady in Australia?
Christine's Home Affairs.
Okay, thank you.
But she says it way cuter than me. Christine's Home Affairs. How was that for trying to be Australian? So, and she recently has had a cancer diagnosis, and so I've been watching her for years, and she's always had this long hair, and now she's bald because she's in
Oh,
chemo, and she's really open, and she talks about it. Yeah, Mona, I love her channel. Like I watch her stuff, and every quarter she says, "Okay, this is what I sold, and this is how much money I make." Um, and so she's really cool. But she started a second channel like just for her chemo. Um, like what she's going through and it's Christine's Health Affairs, I think she called it. Yeah, so she's really cool. But she calls them boxy bags. And so she sells a lot of them and she uses all of the stuff she sells is from fabric that she's saved from the landfill. I guess she goes to like furniture stores and gets samples and stuff. Um and she makes bags and stuff from them and sells them. Her and her husband have like a secondhand shop. Um, so I thought, well, let's try that. We can do that for the market because and Jennifer and I were talking about this earlier. I don't want to bring quilts out there. It's, yeah, Mona, it's, Christine's Health Affairs. Yeah. Um, and so I don't want to bring quilts out there. It's kind of dusty. It's outside. We do once a year, we do a big music festival and bring our quilts. And that's 3 days, and I don't mind bringing our stuff out there if it's going to be out there for 3 days, and we sell a lot of it. But this is like 4 hours on a Saturday morning, so we're going to bring small stuff that we can fit in a tote.
and I noticed that you have to bring a tent.
Yeah, with 25-pound weights on each corner. Our weights are 35, and they're so heavy. I have a friend who, has a machine shop. He makes like oil field related stuff with pipes and all kind of like that kind of manly stuff. And he cut me 4 pipes that I put on the corners of my tent that hold them down. And so it lifts the tent. How would you say like 3 or 4 inches, Mom?
Yes, at least maybe
And
higher.
so, it's so convenient. I really like having that.
It's
Like,
kind of
so
inconvenient when you have to carry them.
yeah, they're very heavy.
Inconvenient.
35 pounds each. Yeah. They're
And
not the traditional angle weights.
our tent
What's
is
that?
very big. I was thinking maybe we could use a smaller one. No.
It has to be a white 10 by 10. It's
I
pretty
see.
standard. That's why I bought the tent that I have, because that's pretty standard for markets. Yeah. And it's easy to set up. Hey, party people, look at us with 16 people on. Who are you? Where you from? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We talking all things quilty markets, selling things at markets. And honestly, we really don't make a lot of money when we do markets. But we give out 500 business cards a weekend. And we have a huge oh yes, Greenland. We have a huge QR code that people can scan to get to get to our website.
And people will
So
definitely return, will get in touch with us later. It might be a year later. And we meet so many people. It's always worth it.
yeah. And it's funny too, because people come back year after year. Like, I saw you
Yeah.
last year, looking
Yeah.
for you. And
They
even
look
if they
for
only
us.
buy right, if they only buy one, $30 tote, that's awesome. I'm cool with it if they come back year after year. Um, so yeah, we'll be trying out these boxy pouch things to sell at the market. The other thing I have going on that I wanted to just throw up there, a couple of things. I'm making this. Anybody ever see the solstice lights pattern? Um, my daughter-in-law, I was gonna make them a double wedding ring quilt for my son and her's wedding, and she was like, "I looked those up. I don't know." She didn't want a double wedding ring. I was like, "That's okay. They're hard to make anyway." So
Yes.
she found this pattern, and after looking at it, it's like super easy. Um, so I'm gonna be starting this one pretty soon. And it looks like it's gonna go pretty fast. So I'm excited about that.
It looks like that'd be a good
Um,
pattern for memory quilts too, like shirts, men's shirts, or something like that.
it could, yeah, you know what it could be, because it does call for a lot of them are blocks, like the way that you have to cut it.
Are they
There's
little?
like 168 4.5 by 6.5 inch blocks.
Oh yes, indeed. I like
Well,
that.
that's for a queen size. For a twin, it's 120, 80 for a throw. But yeah, 4x4 blocks. Yeah, so there's a lot of like block size. Hey, Deb, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with us. Um, yeah, so I'm super excited. I mean, like, it's like looks very easy to make.
I could even do it.
I think you could. I think you can do a lot more than you think you can.
I never want to strain my brain.
Bye, Lisa. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. And so I finished ish the Wonky kaleidoscope quilt. She's not even. I can see your phone and your glasses. Who are you talking to?
I'm sorry. Sheila was just telling me her granddaughter's going to be in the Little Miss Gaydon contest Saturday.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I'm gonna decline going to the farmers market.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, the pageant is. I know, busted, Mom. You saw. I know I wasn't the only one who saw her. Look, thinking she's off camera.
That's funny.
Okay, so I am gonna let me see if I can show y'all the quilt. Y'all, it came out so stinking cute. But I'm working on editing the video for it, because when I'm telling you this is a redemption quilt, there were so many problems the whole way.
I love the colors.
I know, isn't it so cute? Can y'all
It
see it
is.
good? I so when I asked my husband if you could see the pattern where it's making circles, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's like an optical illusion." I was like, "Okay, good." But then I used these circles to quilt it, which I think may have caused some of the issues on the long arm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Amanda. Um,
What were the
Yeah, I
issues?
mean, I just absolutely love it. So I still need to do the binding. I have to trim it and um put it all together. Now the graduation party is Saturday. So I had to call my cousin. So this is for my cousin's daughter, and she is a type A personality.
Oh
I
dear.
wing it. I'm like, I'll get it done. Like I'll stay up till midnight, but whatever, you know. Um, so I had to call my cousin and be like, look, it's finished, it's done, you can relax. But I have a quilt guild meeting on Thursday, so I'm bringing it to the guild so I can show it off, and then I'll give it to you Friday or Saturday.
Is the meeting this weekend? This week? It's not this week.
Yeah.
It's a
Is
board
it this
meeting
week
that
or next week?
it's next week.
Ah. Oh well. My Thursday night just got freed up.
There you go.
I was thinking it was tomorrow, but it's next Thursday.
The board meeting's this week, this Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I have more colors. I mean, more time. So anyway, so that's the wonky quilt. I do also still have to bury some of the threads. I have two more things. I've got a lot going on right now.
Did you have
How
coffee
cute is
this
this?
afternoon? Oh, what's that called? Dash something? Something dash.
Turn dash? No, the turn dash is the other thing. This is a dash something or other too.
That's pretty.
So this
That's
is
a
the pattern that I'm working on writing. Because that was the first pattern that we that remember I said, y'all pick a block, any block. This okay, this is the turn dash, yeah. Oh, this is the fly foot.
I
That's what
love
it is.
that.
So I love this block, and you can do so much with it, like different things, but this is kind of like just a basic one. So I made this um turn dash last night, and the colors are so cute because I want to make so Jennifer and I are making a lot of tote bags to bring to the market. So I'm kind of experimenting with my pattern for tote bags. Now, I made this one way too big, but what I would like to do are make or use orphan blocks, smaller orphan blocks as the pocket on the front of a quilted tote bag. But this one's too big. I made it too big. But like this would be part of the tote. And then like imagine the pocket, like a different quilted pocket. That would be cute, huh? Or like something big like this would be the quilt, would be the body of the bag.
How big is the bag?
So the pattern that I wrote up when I made Grace's tote bag was I think 13 by 21, and it's a big bag. She uses it. She uses it as like a beach bag. Hey, Andy! So glad you could join us. How was your show? Um, so I call it the Grace tote. I'm so nosy. I can't watch the comments. I'm like, what are they talking about? What are you talking about? So I call it the Grace tote. So I make two 21 by 17 panels, which are big. It's a big tote. Congratulations. And then it has a pocket on the front. It has hand straps as well as a shoulder strap.
So ambitious.
It is. It's a big tote, but it's easy to make. Hey,
Good.
Tasha. Um, So I feel like this is something super easy that we can get a lot of, and they're not expensive, and use like all sorts of scrap fabrics. Um, so yeah, I thought that would be good.
So that's not the one with the zipper.
No.
Okay, two different patterns.
Yeah. So this is the Grace tote and then the boxy pouch.
Oh, okay.
So have you guys sold much? Do you guys, any of you quilters out there have um booths? Do you go to market? What sells, what doesn't? And the way I view the markets, again, like we were kind of talking about this earlier, is not that we sell a bunch of stuff and make a lot of money at each one, but getting our names out there. And now that especially I have some patterns for sale, I think it's good. Um, yeah, Andy, that's exactly what I was thinking. Put the Orphan quilt block on the panel for the tote. And so I looked through my big book of pieced quilt patterns. It's very heavy. To find some blocks. I think for some reason I think like if I did big, easy squares in the background and then put a star, the Orphan quilt blocks being like stars and fun and different colors, so that it kind of stands out. Um, I don't know, just kind of thinking of different blocks because I don't have a whole lot of orphan blocks out there. I have a few.
I have some really
I'm
old
looking at
ones, that people never finished, and then they give them to us. They look vintage. That might work.
the blocks or the quilts.
Blocks.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like people started and didn't finish.
Yeah. We also have that big, I still have that massive king size quilt with the duck blocks on it.
Do you have, I think we don't have backing for that. That's the problem.
No, I haven't. I didn't have batting because it's so big.
Okay, well, it's not priority. She
No, it's
gave
been sitting in my stack.
she gave them to us. They're not, we don't have to get them to her.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Yes, Andy, that's what I'm looking for. Trendy. And it's fun. Like I love interacting with people, being at markets. Oh, so update on me joining Acadiana Open Channel. That is the local community. Basically, it's a studio, like a news studio, recording studio. And you can take classes and learn everything about production and video. And so I've joined last week. This week, I called and spoke with their community marketing research whatever person, and I don't remember what her title is, but I was like, I don't really know where to start. I'm kind of overwhelmed. Like I joined, I want to step up my game. Don't know, I have some ideas about things that I want to do, and so I'm going to go and tour the facility. She gave me some pointers on what to start doing online to prepare and get ready, so I'm super excited about that. What I really want to do is interview local quilters, um, really, really old people, I'm thinking, who've been quilting for a long time, to talk to them about just quilting, how they got started, and something like that.
So, what sorts of things did she recommend you do to prepare?
They have a YouTube channel where they teach people about their studio and what you need to know in working with them, and also video production, like the pre-production part of it. Um, And so that's really good. And I was like, I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years, but it most of the time, like I just really want to step it up. So that's kind of the series of stuff I'm watching now is the pre-production, what to do before you get to production. Um, yeah, so I'm super excited about that. And now this quilt thing has come out on Netflix. which is
Two,
really exciting.
have you seen it?
No, I don't have Netflix,
Oh, two people
but
told me
everybody
about it
who's ever
today.
seen it, what's
Yeah,
that?
two people told me about it today. Oh, three with you.
Yeah, I keep getting messages. Oh my God, have you seen this? No, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure it's really good. And so I don't want to miss the opportunity to jump on that bandwagon.
But everybody's excited about this, but there are so many people, small groups, like little committees that do and have been doing for decades tirelessly making blankets for children and volunteering and where's
And
all
so
the breath?
I saw on Instagram this girl that I love. She's sassy like us. She posted a video about I'm kind of conflicted on this whole Netflix thing. Like she's like, yeah, what about all the women who've been doing this forever and
That's what
all
I'm
of a
saying.
sudden
Yeah,
the men in prison do it and it's a big deal? She's like,
yeah,
and then secondly, it's awesome because it's bringing attention to something we love, and so
true,
I don't want to down it,
true.
Yeah. But I've heard that it's good and it's only one, right? It's not a series, it's just one about 35
Right,
minutes long.
right. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, male quilters get the press, like those boys in Vegas.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking. Oops. Here we go.
But there's quite a few male quilters online with YouTube channels, I think, that do well. Um, just because it's different, you know. If I was a female welder, I would probably get attention as much as a male quilter. I think
Yeah, maybe.
anything on the outside. So maybe we should switch. What would we do other than quilting? What's a male dominated something we could do, Jen?
Nah.
Yeah, and I don't think they found anything wrong with it. Not what they were doing was wrong. She said that just oh, wood carving, there you go, Tasha. Um just that they got so much positive, like they were acting like it was unusual, and it really isn't that people do that. Doing it from prison is a big deal though. And so that is unusual that the prison allows it, but yeah. Okay, so the other thing um about female welders. Hey, Sean. Speaking, he knew we were talking about him, y'all. Speaking of a male quilter, and then Sean shows up. Oh, absolutely. Um, and so, yes, Katie, I worked in a jail for 12 years. Well, 10 years in one and then 2 years in a different one. And absolutely, I tried to do, we had art classes, but not sewing because they weren't allowed to have the sharps. But I was in a jail, which is very different than a prison. Um, so yeah, they definitely have lots of rules. In fact, I spoke with a friend of mine this week who's doing a program in a jail where they actually have power tools. It's like a re-entry. They're teaching them how to use power tools to go into construction. And I was like, ooh, ooh, that made me nervous. Sean, I wish I could hear your accent right now because we were just talking about Christine's home affairs and I was trying to do the Aussie, but I don't think I did it well. Oh, the scissors, yeah, they definitely get locked up and checked, I'm sure. Um, and the other thing I know about, because I worked so a while back, years ago, there was a female assistant warden at Angola here in Louisiana that had a show on Animal Planet about the animals at Angola and how the inmates take care of them. And it was like a weekly recurring show on like A&E or I don't know, one of those channels. Um, and It was interesting talking to her about some of the programming at Angola because that's a prison, and you have to work. I don't know if it's changed or not, but at the time you had to work for 8 years in the fields at the prison outside in the heat in the summer in Louisiana. I mean, it's horrible, the mosquitoes. So you had to be on an 8 year outside work detail before you qualified to work inside. So once they got inside and they got good jobs, quote unquote, they did not want to lose that opportunity. And so they were always on their best behavior. Um, so that I always think of that too. They're not going to risk it. Some of them, most of them won't.
Not
Yeah.
like the ones in New Orleans.
Who?
The escapees from New Orleans prison, 11,
They
10 or
were
11.
murderers.
I
How many of
know.
them got out?
10. They've
I didn't realize it
they,
was that many.
they've captured 4.
Oh, wow. There's Orleans. So I worked in the jail here in Lafayette, and I absolutely loved it. Lafayette's a smaller town. We say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. And I was a social worker, so the inmates really liked me because I was always there to help, and I was always smiling, and they never got in trouble with me. Um, and so But when we would get prisoners from New Orleans or Baton Rouge, like after Katrina hit, I was working in the jail, and we had some guys come in from other areas, and I could see the difference like immediately in how they treated me. It was kind of funny. I was gonna say, when did you go to prison, Sean? As a volunteer, yes, I really, really liked working with the inmates that I worked with. Like I was basically an advocate for mentally ill people, so absolutely eye-opening. Um, okay, so moving from there to my next project, which is I signed the Cheeky Quilters up for a fundraiser. We are going to be raising funds for the Alzheimer's Association for the longest day because I work with hospice now and see a lot of Alzheimer's patients. And so I just got a box in the mail. I haven't really decided. I think we were going to have a sale. I was going to sell a bunch of my stuff and donate the money to that to try to get rid of the storage unit that I have.
So we're not doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked, but I haven't really decided exactly how we're gonna do it. But I think that sounds selling some of the stuff off and donating that money. So I'm opening up what they sent me right here live with everybody. So a little brochure about the Alzheimer's Association. This is a big sticker. Same thing. The longest day. Oh, some like little there's sticks to go with them. So I guess you put them on sticks and woohoo, take pictures. A welcome kit. Oh, and I got a t-shirt. Um, So I donated, Jennifer donated. I'm gonna soon probably put a link in the description here for people to donate if you would like. Nearly 7 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's, and over 11 million are providing their unpaid care. Together, we can help advance the care support research efforts for the Alzheimer's Association. Your fundraising powers momentum around new promising treatments and help us work to ensure access for all who could benefit. So, yay! Selfie props. Yep.
How long
So
is the
look back,
project?
see.
How long is the
So
project?
the longest day is the summer solstice, which is June the 21st. And so that's the I guess like the day of, you know, of all. What day is June 21st this year? Does anybody know? Got a calendar? Um and of course the color's purple. So I may
It's,
do like a hey
it's a
Jeff,
Saturday. It's a
it's a
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, perfect. Um my t-shirt.
I like that.
So pretty cool, pretty cool. So maybe I'll make a purple quilt and sell it and donate the money. I can bring it to oh, if it's a Saturday, why don't we do the market in June? And I can make and sell that quilt that day, that Saturday. So we'd be ready for June 21st?
Is that the name of the pattern that Angel picked out?
That pattern is it solstice? I think it is, Jen.
It's a Coinky
Where did I
Dink.
go with the pattern? Oh, oh, solstice lights. I'll have to make one in purple. I can't believe I missed that. So I will make this one in purple and sell it and donate all the proceeds to the Alzheimer's Association. I will also put a link in the description for anybody who wants to donate a few bucks. No pressure. How fun. Oh, that's so funny, Sean. The summer solstice in December because you were on the other side. That's our so the solstice, the winter solstice for us is December. I ran my very first marathon in Anchorage, Alaska on the summer solstice in 1996.
8, 98. It might have been
No, because
97.
I ran, it was before 97.
Oh,
It must have been 96. Um, that was hard. It was a really hard, so the Anchorage Marathon was through trails and backwoods on old dirt roads, rocks. So you were alone a lot of the time, and you which was hard running alone for that long through backwood trails on old fire roads with rocks. And so it was just hard. The second one I did was Los Angeles, which was the complete opposite of that. Just streets filled with people for 26 miles. Um, oh, Greenland, June 21st is a holiday, becoming autonomous for the most part. Awesome. National Day. We can all celebrate. I'm kind of excited about making a new purple quilt.
like you don't have anything to do, according to
Dwayne,
Mr.
it was
Dwayne.
specifically, don't you have enough on your plate? I fussed back. Don't you be pointing out the obvious in that tone.
Captain Obvious.
I told Adam, I said, I think I called him Captain Obvious. I don't remember. So I invited Dwayne's oldest daughter, Kelsey, to join us today. She also has a YouTube channel and she's recently started um, quilting around Christmas time. I sent her for Christmas. She got lots and lots of quilting things. And she was supposed to join us tonight, but she just texted me a few minutes ago that she just woke up. She went home sick from work. So
Oh,
she'll join us a different day. But I'm so excited to hear because I haven't spoken words to her since she's been quilting. We text, but not speaking. So I'm super excited to hear about her quilting journey um, and how that's going. I know she posts stuff on her YouTube channel about it, but I'm not good about watching. It's J Lou. Let me look it up so I can. And it's JLOU. I'm looking it up just to make sure I get it right. Oh wait, that's not her. Let me go to my subscriptions because her Instagram is different than her YouTube channel. And she fussed at me because she said, "You don't even subscribe to my YouTube." And I was like, "I do." I'm gonna look for it and post it and make sure I get the right one because what I thought it was is not her. Are y'all talking amongst yourselves?
Waiting on you.
I've been speed talking. She does a lot of graphic design, so she has wallpaper and fabrics, and she started off on what is that, water lily or something like that, like that. Oh, it's tourist season. What do you do, Katie? I loved being a tour guide. I know that's probably surprising. I did camping tours. We camp at night and drive during the day, all over through national parks and fun stuff.
Much to our
It
dismay.
made my family, what's that?
Much to our dismay.
I was like, it made my family very nervous.
So Katie's in the tannery.
Oh, people do tours of the tannery. Wow, 100 ships going through. Is that touristy ships? I bet it must be huge. So 89 last year and this year over 100. That's crazy. When we were in, I've only ever been on one cruise, and I was not a fan. But when I was in Key West last year, there was a massive, massive ship there. It's like one of the biggest cruise ships. It's the one with the elevator on the outside. I see it on commercials. And I'm like, yeah, still don't want to go on one.
So there must be a lot of small businesses making money selling things to all these tourists, Katie.
What about quilt shops?
Yes, that's what I
Hey,
was
Delia,
wondering.
can I move up there for the tourist season and just sell quilts and fabric to the tourists? What a dream life that would be.
I know, huh?
Oh, it's just her name on YouTube. That's why I couldn't find it.
Kelsey Castile.
Yeah. So so if you Kelsey Castile is her name, and if you look her up on YouTube, it's a picture of her sitting kind of cross-legged. So it's life as an artist is basically her thing. Patio makeover, making a bolster pillow from piping, beginner sewing, a quilted makeup bag, making a pattern on AI. Yeah, like all kind of cool stuff like that. Surface design. So yeah, go check her out. That's my oldest stepdaughter. Okay, we all need to take a trip to Greenland.
Yes, I was looking at that.
Iceberg safari, ice cap safari, hot springs, Norse ruins tour, city tour, Kafamek. Did I say it right? Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go to Greenland. Hello there, Zaza. Thank you so much for stopping in. A small angry one at the airport? Oh, that sounds like me. I went to the airport today. Well, thank you so much for stopping in despite the little angry one at the airport. So the other thing, we already talked about it, but I do have to bury the stitches on my kaleidoscope quilt. One of my people recently, that one of my customers, well, it was the first time that she brought a quilt, Miss Jerry. She said, "How do you finish your stitches after, like the loose stitches?" And I said, "Well, I tie them off and bury them." She said, um, and she goes, "Okay, so you don't burn them?" I'm like, "Who would put a flame next to a quilt? Do people do that?" And she said, "Yes." Do any of y'all put flames next to quilts? Like not snuggling next to especially on a customer quilt, that would make me so nervous. But if you do it, I would love to hear how and why and if it works. You said, yeah, Mom, you've heard that people do that?
Yes, I have. But I don't know how it's done.
Yeah, and I guess if it's real quick, it's less dangerous, but that just makes me very anxious when you can just bury them. Oh, happy birthday. When was it? Right? And then somebody else's quilt. Can you imagine? You're working on somebody else's quilt, putting flame next to their quilt? The other thing I've learned while I bury quilt threads is that I'm going blind. Do we have the same glasses on, Jen?
No, I have the green ones.
Oh, I do own those green ones too. One day we were in visiting my son in El Paso, and I went to pick up my glasses. They were her glasses. Turns out we had the exact same pair of cheap green eyeglasses from like Walgreens or something. Our cheaters. Oh, your daughter. Was so if she's a small angry one, was it a bad trip or a bad flight? And how old is she? I'm nosy. I need to know all the things.
She's just tired and hungry,
Could be.
probably.
Me too.
What did Dwayne fix for supper tonight?
Dwayne went back to Texas again
Oh,
tonight. I'm
that's
on my
right.
own.
Oh, good.
I'm on my own, so probably gonna have popcorn for dinner tonight, y'all. He said, "If you don't wanna cook," I said, "Oh, I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna cook." I said, "I will eat bread." And I actually did eat grilled cheese earlier.
Oh,
Oh
she's
my god,
20.
that's so funny.
She's
She's
23.
23. My 23-year-old is it could be easily described as a small angry person as well.
Ooh, I like what Katie had.
What?
Salmon, curry, and rice.
Uh, I don't eat salmon.
I do.
Fresh caught salmon. I bet lots of people love that. I got sick on a boat in Alaska and don't eat salmon anymore. I do like curry and rice. Jen, do you like curry?
I love it. I had
Um,
gumbo.
Gumbo. It's too hot for gumbo.
Never.
I saw the funniest TikTok today. Somebody said that Louisiana is the state where most people live, die, and never leave. Like we stick close to home, like the most of other states, and so it's like a stitch, what they call it, the guy reacts to it, and he's like, "I don't want to go anywhere where they don't have crawfish. Why would I live anywhere else?" He said, "I ain't about to live where they don't know how to make etouffee." It was funny. That's a Cajun accent, by the way. Like eating battery chickens. Zaza, where are you? I want to go ride an airboat. Oh, are you in Scotland? Oh, how did I not know that? Are you American living there, or are you Scottish watching our channels? I'm in a quilting of the month, what a block of the month for quilt folk, and the ladies are clearly British. Oh, Zaza, you're gonna have to come and visit. When's your next come visit, like on one of my lives, or I'm gonna have to make sure and catch yours. Y'all see me? I can't even with my glasses on. 100% Scottish. I love it. Do you know that when I get drunk, I think I'm British? It's only when I'm drinking though. We were in Vegas. We were in line, and the couple in front of us was British, and I said, "I can't help it. I have to talk to them." I have an alter ego that when I start talking, when I start drinking and talking in a British accent, what's her name? Caroline. That's what my friends call me. So I like to think I have a Cockney accent when I'm drinking, and I have a friend who thinks that he's like royalty. Like literally, he thinks William is his brother. Um, and so we always have these arguments about how to pronounce things. And I'm like, well, if you're Cockney, you pronounce it this way. If you're everywhere else, you pronounce it like he wants to do it. So one day we're gonna have a skit about two Americans arguing over a British accent. I think it's gonna be funny. It'll be a two-man show.
I think it's funny. We forgot to tell the couple that we were the cheeky quilters.
Yes, it's good, ain't it? I know, right? I've actually listened to some linguists online and like tried to do it. I used to be able to do an Australian accent, but then once I started doing British, like I can't go back to anything else. Like it just comes out British. But the Australian accent came from I hung out when I was doing those camping tours one summer. I spent like 2 or 3 weeks in Atlanta hanging out with a guy who was Aussie. And so it wasn't just me like as an American like just thinking I know what it is. He like taught me some stuff. And now Christine Home Affairs. But then does everybody around the planet watch British television? It's like I love British television.
That's all I watch.
Does everybody do that or just us?
I don't know.
Show of hands if you love British television. And I'm sorry, Zaza, I know Scottish is not British. Or it's part of the United Kingdom, right? I don't wanna oh, her boyfriend is Australian. That's awesome. My friend was from Perth. He was studying. See, look, there I go again. Can't do Australian. I was about to go right into the British. I went to a play here in our hometown. Oh, you like British television too? Good. Not just that. Um, right. So it's part of the UK, but not England. Okay. And British is considered England, not the UK. Am I correct? I've been to England. I went to in high school a Lord Mayor's Christmas Day, no, New Year's Day parade. I marched in the parade. It was fun. But I have to say, just generally and this was like in the 1990s. So generally as an American walking through London, people were um, not very nice to us as Americans. British but Scottish first. Okay, got it. Um, generally not nice to us as Americans, but then at the parade when we were performing, they were all about it, which I thought was funny because I was only 18. Oh, so I was quilt a block of the month quilt club. France's airport is hateful to Americans too. But je parle français un petit peu, so maybe they wouldn't be as mean to me. I know that generally Americans aren't loved. Jen, was that your experience in Europe?
In Germany, I had a couple of bad experiences.
The Germans didn't like us.
Well, just a couple of people.
But the
One
French
guy,
don't like anybody though, right? It's not just Americans. They just don't like people.
my car was locked in a parking lot because I didn't read German, so I didn't know it closed at a certain time. And he lived across the street, and he would not help me at all. He wouldn't tell me where the police station was or nothing. He's like, "There's nothing I can do, nothing you can do." It was it was a bad feeling.
Yeah, I bet.
But some lady came to my rescue and helped me.
See those women. Um, Now, but you were in Prague. You said Prague was very, very good, right? Were they very
Well,
friendly, or it was just beautiful?
no, I just visited there when I was in Germany. I went to the
I know, but it was a good experience in
oh
general.
yes, well, I went to the church where the little baby Jesus is.
Baby G.
Here we go again.
Okay, so I have to tell y'all something funny that I did. We were talking about Catholics here last week and how in South Louisiana everybody's Catholic. So one of the things that I want to make and sell are rosary pouches. So I started looking up rosary pouches and how to make them or little coin pouches. And while I was doing that, as my brain often does, started wandering off to other things. And so I looked up, I love Chat GPT. So I Chat GPT'd, I'm looking for cheeky poems about Catholic guilt. And
Very
that wasn't good enough.
specific.
Huh? So
That
that
was
wasn't good enough.
specific.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't specific enough. I was like, okay, yeah. So it was talking about like just general Catholic around the world stuff. I was like, no. South Louisiana Catholic guilt. And it was like, yeah, I know you went party last night and you went to church Sunday morning. Please pray for me, like stuff like that. It was funny. Like I had to do a few iterations till I got a good one. And so I think we're gonna have to embroider that and put it on a tote bag or something. What do you think?
Sounds good.
It started too. I want to do, because our French heritage is strong here. So I want to do some prayers in French. Um, I always take pictures as I find them first. Oh, wait.
People. I take
I'm
people
just
as
in
I
the,
find them.
you go through Homeland Security even though you're switching planes, and the man didn't believe me and answered the questions why I stayed 3 nights. Scots are okay, but not English people. Good night, Deb. Thanks for coming. Hugs, hugs, hugs. So yeah, I'd like to do some poems in French. Not poems, prayers in French. I think they would sell really well around here. And maybe put the Hail Mary in French on a rosary bag. What do you
You
think?
said you had looked up an app for that. Did you find one for the prayers in French?
Oh no, I have the rosary app. Like it says the rosary,
In
but
French?
it's in English. But I'm sure they have one in French too.
Yes, I think they do.
But I just looked up how the French version of the prayers. If y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I'm burying threads on my Wonky quilt.
So what do you have left on that quilt?
Just the binding after I bury the threads, which I get to do tomorrow since I don't have a meeting.
Oh, yay.
And I didn't
That's
think I
always
was gonna have enough backing. So I don't know if y'all noticed when I picked the quilt up, I had this Christmas fabric to add length so that I could put it on the long arm. Um, I had to add like so I could so I could attach it to the long arm because I didn't have enough. But it actually worked out perfectly. I know I read somewhere or saw somewhere some long arm quilter does that to all the quilts that he gets, like when he does quilts for people. Like I don't want to be sewing more than I have to.
can I show you the one you told me not to make and I finished it today? Oh, it's not showing up really
Oh
good.
yeah.
The colors are not showing up good, but it came out good. It's mostly purple and gold and black and white.
I love it.
It did come
Okay,
out good.
Zaza, he's absolutely right. I identify as a bad Catholic.
This is true.
I identify as a bad Catholic. I don't go to church, but I do pray the rosary.
Our priest is leaving. He's been here 12 years.
Oh, wow, that's a long time, and when
It is. It is.
is he sad about it?
I think so.
I don't know that I'd be sad.
So the issue now is the new priest is, I forget where he's from, but he's not from this country.
The US, yes.
So all these Cajun speaking people
Oh,
are worried that they won't understand him. Just think how he feels.
oh, poor guy.
I know.
I bet they're not even nice to him.
It'll take a while.
Yeah, so we get a lot of, you know, in hospice work, we connect people with local whoever their religion is, and so when it's a Catholic person, we have the priest come in to do last rites, and there's a priest in Crawley who I don't know where he's from, but English is his second language, and I wondered about that, how he was received, um, which is totally not Christ-like to have attitudes. A priest is a priest is a priest, but I guess we're not all perfect.
I guess.
I got invited to a second MC job with the same crew. So at the announcement party, not the ball. I will be doing the ball also, but at the announcement party as well. So I'm excited.
So so this is your second year doing it?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
nice.
didn't do the announcement party last year though.
And you're doing it this year?
Yeah.
And the ball?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have been having my phone on and showing y'all how I'm burying these threads if anybody curious. How many long armors do we have in the group? Or quilters, I should say. Like do the quilting, not just the piecing. Um I recorded a short for YouTube and Instagram on how to bury threads and why we bury threads and all that. But I recorded it and then never edited and put it out, so I probably need to do that. Oh, good, Cherry. Um, do you ever burn threads, or do you bury, or do you just cut them, or none of the above? When I first started, I would just cut them. Bye, Amanda. Have a good night. And so I might have a quilt or two out there that is coming unquilted. But I am just about done. Jen, you finished cutting those shirts?
Yeah, there were some
I'm
really
so
nice ones.
bossy. I didn't mean to be bossy.
No, I just there were some really nice ones that look brand new. I hate to cut them, so maybe somebody can use them.
I like to wait because you never know what they could be used for, if you're going to need the back or not.
Right.
I thought you were cutting them for a specific quilt.
No, I just cut them ahead of time
Oh,
when I'm in the mood.
got it. I think we could make bags out of a lot of those cool shirts because I've done that and they all sold. Like every one that I made made a bag, a tote bag from a t-shirt, sold. Because I had some army ones, um, just some fun, kind of funky t-shirt ones, and they all sold. Oh, I thought I was done. All right, guys. Well, we're at about an hour and 20 minutes. I am working on the editing of the last quilt that I did about the wonky. Well, this quilt. It ended up not being wonky. It's perfectly square. But I learned a lot. It was a opportunity quilt, redemption quilt. I learned a lot from this quilt. As a matter of fact, I made all my orphan blocks here. In my encyclopedia book, I saw a quilt that used up a lot of these triangles, and I thought, "Ooh, I'm gonna try different things with the triangles because they're
That's
so
cute.
hard." And so you do a bunch of these, and you make a circle with
Oh
these.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a book where it just gives you the picture. It doesn't give you sizes or anything, so I kind of have to figure it out. Um, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna make another couple of those and see if I can join them together and make a big circle.
Clever.
Full block. Yeah. All right, then. Mum,
Good night.
and everybody else who joined us tonight, much appreciated. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. We much appreciate it. And thank you for joining and hanging out with us. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Good night.
Somebody just logged on. They'll have to watch the replay. All right, party people. Peace out. Y'all have a great week. We will see you next Wednesday live here with the Cheeky Quilters. Bye.